Hey, did you know that studies show that Zepbound shrinks breast cancer? Yes. Hi, this is Mona checking in with you. I haven't done a video from home in a while, and I decided to do another playlist. This one will be called Zepbound Current Trend. But before I begin, let me let you know what I've been up to. I completed 4 weeks of the 2.5 of Zepbound, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, I had to up my dose, go into the therapeutic dose. And I've been on the 5 milligram for 2 weeks now, and I'm coming along well. I do feel that fatigue, and seems like I get a headache after I take it in a couple of hours. So what I do now is once I take it, I just take the 8-hour Tylenol to ward that off, like nip that at the bud ahead of time. So I haven't been, well, the last body scan, which was on the 21st, I was 120, it's 120, yeah, right. I was 197 pounds. This week, Friday, when I took my injection, I didn't weigh myself. I feel like, it's just too much, trying to keep up with that scale. So what I will do is when I do my monthly body scan, I will update you, because again, it's more than what's going on in the scale, or what the scale is telling you. My face do look like I've lost a little weight, and I'm happy about that. So let's see. Look, I look a little smaller. I'm a little collared up here. I went somewhere and someone had smelled really good, and I told them, I'm like, your perfume smells good. I mean, it smells really nice. So she saw me again, and she took out her roll-on and she just started rubbing it all over my clothes. And I'm like, you don't do that. You don't put it on the clothes. It's on the body, and you must, see if the person wants it on them. And long story short, my dress is all stained up. It dried with a stain, and I didn't feel like changing clothes, so I just reverse it and have it backwards. So I feel a little collared up here, but it's all good. She meant well. So let's go into the Zepbound current trend. The weight loss wonder drug Mounjaro and Zepbound shrinks breast cancer tumors. This was dated July 15th, 2025, and the source is the Endocrine Society. And in summary, a cutting-edge mouse study reveals that tirzepatide, the dual GLP-1 GIP drug, already hailed for impressive weight loss, does more than trim fat. It slashes the growth of obesity-linked breast tumors. The University of Michigan researchers found mice lost about 20% of their body weight and adipose tissue, while their tumors shrank in tandem, hinting that the blockbuster medication could one day double as a cancer-fighting ally for patients with obesity. This sounds really good. The study was presented at an ENDO 2025, the Endocrine Society's annual meeting in San Francisco, California. I will add this to my video, and I will give you the source so you could read up on it yourself. It is quoted, "Obesity is a significant risk factor for breast cancer. And while it is very preliminary data, our studies in mice suggest that these new anti-obesity drugs may be a way to reduce obesity-associated breast cancer risk or improve the outcome," said study author Amanda Kusinskas, BS, a PhD candidate in the labs of Doctors Ellen Guile and Kanakaduraka Singer, I'm sorry for butchering their names, at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, Michigan. This mice study included 16 mice. The 9-week-old C57BL/6 mice were fed 40% high-fat diet and housed in a warm environment to induce obesity. At 32 weeks of age, the mice with obesity were randomly assigned injections of tirzepatide or a placebo every other day for 16 weeks. Tumor volumes were measured twice daily. The researchers found that the anti-obesity drug reduced the body weight and fat by approximately 20% in mice, similar to the amount of weight loss achieved by women on this drug. They found this was primarily due to a loss of adipose mass with a reduction in adipose depots weights compared to controls. The anti-obesity drug also reduced tumor volume compared to the controls. At the end of the study, the researchers found that tumor volume was significantly correlated with body weight, total adipose mass, and the amount of fat stored in the liver. While these are very preliminary results, they suggest that this new anti-obesity drug may also have a beneficial impact on breast cancer outcomes, Kusinskas said. Well, this sounds good because I have close family members that had breast cancer, and 2 of them passed away. So they have always monitored me closely because I have fibrocystic breast. So as they grow, ever so often I have to go in and they'll measure to see how large it's growing, and then they'll do an aspiration, like, flatten them out, and then they go back again. So this is promising. This is definitely promising. But like I said, this is not something I read or heard on YouTube or just on Facebook. I got it from Science Times. It's a medical journal, so I will link that to you. And as I get more information on current trending events for Zepbound, I will share it with you. I hope this is beneficial to you, and if you like what I am sharing, or if there's anything else that you would like me to share, please let me know in the comments. Again, if you could like, share, and subscribe, I would be very grateful. So that's it for now. Have a wonderful week. Check it out. Bye for now.